Watch it. You are about to enter the spin cycle. I'm Michael J. Fell. Our show begins right now. Today's top story, standing in awe. If you're not standing in awe of the current White House occupant, then you clearly haven't been paying close enough attention. Should you support him, you're convinced that Tea Party movement is filled with hateful, racist, violent, right-wing extremists who are nothing more than potential domestic terrorists. You believe that Tea Parties view Social Security and Medicare as disposable programs that never should have existed in the first place, and that they want to throw your grandma off a cliff. You firmly believe that states' rights, as outlined in the 10th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, are radical, right-wing nut-job ideas. You purport that opposition to deficit spending, or government-run health care, or taxpayer-funded abortions, or gay marriage rights is both backward-thinking and unpatriotic. You're firmly resolved to the idea that global warming is settled science. And you're absolutely convinced that free speech for conservatives or gun rights for anyone is dangerous. Now, should you oppose him, you see the Tea Party movement as exactly what America needed. You know that Social Security and Medicare are huge unfunded liabilities which in a few precious years will bankrupt this country if they're not reformed. You understand that adherence to states' rights, as outlined in the 10th Amendment, means governing our republic the way it was intended by its framers. You realize that uncontrolled deficit spending is both unsustainable and a death knell for the republic. By seeing how it works, you know that government-run health care is a step backwards for your own personal well-being as well as that of your children. You see taxpayer-funded abortion as government stealing your money to pay for someone else to perform an act with which you completely disagree on moral grounds. You see gay marriage as an assault on the most fundamental building block of all human civilization, the family. You realize that global warming is a scam for redistributing America's wealth by progressive, friendly corporations, making them filthy rich while sending what's left to third world dictatorial regimes. You know that First and Second Amendments to the Constitution are absolutely necessary in order to preserve the American tradition of individual liberty and freedom. Yes, freedom. So what does any of this have to do with standing in awe of the current White House occupant, the anointed one, the institutionalized progressive left's exalted leader? How many times in your life have you been driven to the point where you must make a clear decision about where you stand and in what you believe? I'm in awe. I have picked a side. I know what I believe. I know where I stand. You choose where you stand, and I'll see you on the battlefield of ideas. And remember, the spin never stops here, because your views deserve to be heard.